need a ring light for that. I really do. That was weird. Oh yeah, I just have a cracking gable behind this door. And then the rest of the house. Good. So today I think I'll be finishing up my little castle that I'm trying to build. And I'm putting castle in quotation marks here. Because it's not really a castle per se, it's more or less just... not that. This is my fence pyramid that I built a while ago. Yeah, like this, I don't consider this a castle, more just like a little base that I made for myself that's livable. Basically a stone house with the first floor not consisting of anything. Then we have the basement. Lots of opportunity I can do with this. Still quite dark in here. I need a potion of night vision. Right, yes. Much better. Put that down. Perfect. Okay. And whenever I need that again, I'll just use it. Because these torches ain't... Actually, these torches are quite... they depict on what lighting was like back in the day. Back in the early days. I think I'll put... two beds here. I think black. Good enough. Is that right? Yes, it is. Perfect. I'll do that for your room. Except this one can go into a little corner. Put it over here. And then I think the same thing for this room. Put it in this corner. And the same thing that I did the other giant room. Perfect. Time, set, night. Gee. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Did anything creepy happen when I was gone? Doesn't look like it. Maybe if we'll go back to the footage later. It's most likely not. Fortunately, that won't happen again because I'm out of touch with those people. I don't want to go on a server because it's just not my thing. I don't want to explore because then if I go too far, I just won't be able to find everything. Even if I put beacons up, I won't be able to find anything. I guess I could do landmarks, but that's way too much of my time. That's weird. Oh, what am I? Oh, I mean, I was like, that's pretty cool, I guess. I know you guys would prefer to watch the Super Bowl over this, which is fine. I myself don't really want to watch it because I'm not a football guy. I'm not really a sports guy. I'm more of a non-traditional. Well, I guess, yeah, would it be traditional? I don't think so. I don't know. But I'm not really a football fan. The moment I said I'm not a football fan, that person just left. It's like, how dare you? Well, it's true. Not everybody's a football fan. Not everybody's a baseball, soccer. Well, yeah, not everybody's a football, baseball, basketball, hockey, tennis, soccer, rugby, even fan. I mean, I will watch rugby, maybe if I'm at a European pub or anything. And I think rugby's a pretty cool sport, you know. I think rugby can, it has its ups and downs, just like every other sport. I'm more of a fencing fan, like in the Olympics. I find those moderately entertaining. Like I'm a little bit of a fan of, like I said, rugby and hockey. I'm a little bit of a fan of hockey, but I mainly watch it because the fights are kind of funny. They're kind of funny to watch. At the end, they're like, "You good?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're good. Go to the penalty box." All right. I just think that sometimes that they're funny. Yeah, I'm not really a sports type of guy. Even though I played sports, it just wasn't for me. I don't really know what is right for me and what's not, you know? Another person left me a message. Let's check. Did I get 6,000 steps? Just knowing what that means. Yep. Just by picking up my phone, I reached 6,000 steps. How funny is that? I bet they're gonna say, this title's misleading. No, it's not. It is not misleading, it will never be misleading. Oh, excuse me. Alright, just make sure that it won't pop up. The reason why I titled it the Super Bowl, can't say that name. One, because really, I just can't say names right now because I'm kind of cold. Number one, I don't really like I said, I don't watch sports at all pertaining to a football or basketball or baseball or soccer ball. Now some of you might be like, oh, you're an American. So what? Okay, I'm an American. You're an American. You should be like football. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't be forced to like something that I don't watch. Alright, let's find a nice close location. Ah, here we go. That's nice and open. So I can build a fairly big house. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, this will work. Let's see here. What do I got? Wood? I guess I could, in theory, build a log cabin. Strike with the, here we go, just regular wood. Oak is the better one for the frame, and I think for I want to see what this stripe one looks like first. Hi. Dark oak. Perfect. Right. Alright. Do I want to... Yeah, I want to put this in the ground. About... this far. Oh my god. I want to make it a little bit wide. This work. Let me see where I ended. So I think I'm going to go for the opposite side. And some of you people might call me crazy that I'm not watching the Super Bowl right now, but I'm going to tell you this now. Don't care. I do not care. I do not care about sports that much. I didn't really care for much of anything as I was growing up as a teenager. Because you know teenagers, they're rebellious years. And it's moderately true, to an extent. Yeah, so I was listening to rock and roll and heavy metal, you know, doesn't really mean anything. It just means that we're expressing our thoughts and ideas. Making it a wonderful, wonderful time. Whoops. We're just basically we're just having a good time, and yeah, yes, depression does come for us sometimes, but not everybody. You know, I mean, yeah, it happens at a certain point of somebody's life, but you know, it's not. How do I say this without me sounding like I'm trying to offend anyone? Basically, what I'm trying to say is that not everybody can get depression as a teenager. You know, some of them get it, you know, when they're pregnant or in their middle-aged years. Hell, even their old years. But it's more likely for us teenagers to get depression on all that from 13 to 50, I think. That's better. If there's one thing that I would want in my life right now, is to be with a woman that I truly love, to have her by my side for the rest of the days. From I grow old until the day I die. But not everything lasts forever, unfortunately. Sometimes life can be really short. Sometimes it can be really long. We hope for the really long part. But sometimes that just doesn't happen. It's the same color. That's better. I mean, let's take a look at the Unisonish channel that was recently deleted last year, I think. They focused on the morality of how precious life is. You know, like, oh, you should spend every second of every day with the people you love. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes you just can't get to the ones you love. And they also mentioned that death is inevitable. Yeah, it is. You know, you try to take the right steps to avoid it, but you know, it just happens sometimes. You can't stop it. Yeah, I doubt Mark Plyer and Ethan will ever see this live stream or, at this point, video. But you know, they had a good point when they did Onus on Us. Life is short. You shouldn't take everything for granted. Because Mark grew up poor, you know. Ethan, I don't really know. I don't really know how Ethan grew up. I mean, I think I bet he's mentioned it a few times, but not a whole lot. Life is, well, it's challenging. You know, you try to think of all the little things, and what do you have left? You have the bigger things to worry about. You know, you got parents to take care of, maybe. You know, maybe they're not going to be here forever. They try to teach you what the world's like, but they forget the small detail that, you know, some of us aren't really ready for the world. Some of us are just wanting to find our own way of life. And yeah, we can find our own way of life, but in the end, it's hard to find. You know, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. You get a 1% chance of finding it. And if you do end up finding it, well, congratulations, you found the needle in a haystack. People have dreams and aspirations, but some of that can be taken away by scammers or even yourself. You can can try to find, you can always, there's always that possibility that it just will never happen. But yet, it always will. No matter how hard you try to avoid it, it might just happen. You're just left there to think, what have I got to show for it? You know? I know I'm getting a little sentimental here, but it's like I said before, life is way too short to go find your dreams.